Welcome to Movie Review Mom. If you are a new visitor, yay, I'm so glad you're here. My goal is to give you the heads up on filmmaking quality and content so that you can make the best decision for you and your family as to whether or not you want to spend time or money or both watching a specific film. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I really appreciate your support. And when you get a minute, run over to Instagram and you can follow me as Movie Review Mom or as Trina Boice, my name, where you can learn about my books and my online courses and my daily podcast and all my other nonsense. All right, thank you so much for being here. Today, the movie I'm going to review is called I Used to Be Famous. This dramedy was released on Netflix on September 16th, 2022. It is rated TV-14, which is kind of like a rated PG-13 movie if it had gone straight to the theaters, and is an hour and 44 minutes. My overall Movie Review Mom grade is a B. Let me give you an overview in a nutshell, and then I'll point out things I liked and didn't like about the movie, as well as offer tips for parents, themes worth talking about, and recommendations for some other movies that I think you might also like that are sort of similar to this one. All right, let's dive in. In a nutshell, the story follows Vince, a desperate former pop star who dreams of making a comeback. An impromptu jam session with an autistic young drummer named Stevie sparks an unexpected friendship between the two misunderstood musicians. This is Eddie Sternberg's directorial debut, so kudos to him. So the list of things that I like starts off with Ed Skrein, or does he pronounce it Skrein? I don't know, but Ed does a great job creating a flawed protagonist who keeps us rooting for him. Leo Long and Eleanor Matsura paint a realistic picture of life with autism. The story is very sweet and will most likely evoke a tear or two in your eye at the end of the movie. It's not overcomplicated, but pretty easy breezy with tons of heart. It's a lovely illustration of the power of music on all of us. It's fun to spend time in England also as we visit their streets, homes, people, and activities. So there were a few things I didn't like or thought could have been handled better. For example, it's extremely predictable. It would have been more fun if the story were based on characters in real life, but it's still a sweet story nonetheless. Americans might have a hard time understanding the British accent at times. Let me give you some tips for parents. There is some profanity. There's a teenager with autism or somewhere on the spectrum who's portrayed, and some bullying is portrayed. Some of the themes that are illustrated well are musicians, people on the spectrum or autism specifically, hope, second chances, family, limitations that others put on us, and courage. All right, so some of the movies that I want to recommend start off with a movie called Yesterday. So it's also a British film, and it's based on this guy in England who is obsessed with the Beatles, and in this ridiculously unbelievable occurrence, all of a sudden, all of the music from the Beatles vanishes from the earth. And so it's very comical, but also insightful and sweet. And if you're a Beatles lover, you've probably already seen the movie. But if you haven't seen the movie, I think that you'll really enjoy it. And it's British, so you get to go to England. And that's always fun. And then another musical-based movie is called Whiplash. Now, it's not a musical, neither is Yesterday, but it's the story about a drummer. And it's a very dramatic story with a lot of hard language and violence and bullying and all of that kind of stuff. But in the end, you're like, oh, that was really good, which is hard when you first start watching the movie. You're going to be like, wait, this seems a bit rough. But by the end, it all makes sense. And you're like, wow, that was really interesting and really good. All right. I hope that if you watch this movie, you enjoy it. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes with me while I talk about movies. Comment down below. Let me know what you think of this movie if you were able to see it. Have a fantastic day, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now.